Well, obviously, really proud of this team continuing the theme of their fight, and it's sort of become their identity. I wish we wouldn't make it as interesting as we do sometimes, but I think it was a good. We put together probably the best floor rotation, minus the one mistake that we've seen all year. I thought vault was outstanding, 1 through 6. I thought bars was a little below where we had been the last couple of meets, but nonetheless very effective and good. And beam, we continue to we continue to put ourselves in situations that we had to fight. But these two sitting next to me continue to bail us out. And at some point, I'd like the pressure not to be on them so much to have to do that. We've got to be consistent 1 through 6, no matter who's in the lineup, so we've got to do a little better job. So as great as tonight was, and it was great, it was our highest score of the year. Super impressed with our fans coming out again after the week that's been in the PMAC with the crowds that we had. So appreciative of our fan base, and our students have been so consistent this year so far. It's been tremendous, and that lifts us in ways that is not really you can't measure, but it does. And so I'm really pleased, really proud of this team. 197.7 this time of year, when you get into the middle part of the season, that's kind of where you want to be. So we're in a good spot. So we'll feel good about this tonight, and then we get back to work on Sunday, and we've got to go into what has become a big and hostile environment over in Auburn, and look forward to getting in front of that crowd and doing it again.
Hey, Coach, right up here. You can hear me.
Yeah.
So you say you wish that the pressure wasn't always on Haley
Well,
and other people on the team. So what do you think needs to happen for the lineup to be very consistent?
I don't know, because we don't see those kinds of the mistakes that we see are kind of moving around, and you don't see them very much in the gym. And so it's hard to duplicate what you feel in a meet situation, and we've got to figure out a way to just be more stable from a mindset, not try too hard. I think sometimes our kids, their heart is so good and they want it so bad that I think sometimes they just over try instead of just letting go. And that's our message all the time. But at some point they've got to be able to be true to that part of their identity. And because, you can make a mistake in a home meet like that and cover it up in other ways. But you get down the line, we get into March and April, those kinds of things have to be worked out, or we're not gonna feel very good about them. So I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, because I think everybody hit. I mean, that needed to hit. Now I tell them all the time, it only takes 5. Don't let your cage get rattled if we have one person that makes a mistake. But at the same time, we still have this tendency when someone does to get a little bit tight, and we just need to be able to settle down a little more. Some of that's experience, because a lot of the people that have gone in since Kaya and some of the others have gotten hurt don't have a lot of experience, and they're in roles that they have not been before. So it's a combination of wanting them to understand how to be, but also being patient with them and letting them grow into the role that they're now playing.
Aaliyah, your first collegiate 10, your first, and it kind of came in at like the perfect clutch time. I guess describe the feelings, the emotions of it all.
I'm really proud of how I did tonight. We say a lot. It's a lot of we, and so that's really what I thought before I went out there tonight. I wanted to do it for this team and for every single person out there.
Aaliyah, I saw you after it was announced you got that perfect 10. You were looking for your mom. You were like, "Where is my mom?" What does that mean to you to do it for your family?
It's really special because my mom's my biggest fan. She comes to every single competition. She doesn't miss one. She's been my biggest supporter since day one. So that happened. So many emotions were going on, but the first person that I wanted to see was my mom.
Haley, for you, I guess, what was it like seeing that from your teammate?
I'm just so proud of her. She works so hard in and out of the gym every single day, and I'm just so proud to watch all of her hard work pay off and just doing what she does every single day in the gym out on that competition floor. And I could not be more proud of her and just honored to be a teammate with her.
Jay, it seems like you had a lot of different opinions than the judges tonight, especially on vault. I guess can I just talk about that a little bit?
In the words of the great philosopher Mike Leach, you saw what I saw. I'll just leave it at that. You saw what I saw. I'm not going to say much more about it, but nonetheless, we teach our kids not to let things like that or perceptions of those things rattle their cage. That's for coaches to handle and for fans to form their own opinions about. But yeah, I mean, and I want to go back to what you asked Haley, because I thought, I mean, as awesome as that 10 was, and it was the best floor routine I've seen her do maybe ever. It was certainly deserving. But sometimes the hype of those moments can affect the next person who goes. And the maturity that this one showed in that moment to go out there and just be true to, just be normal and not, and that's the kind of mindset that everybody's got to have. When we get those big moments, when they happen like that, or we get a low moment, nothing can change. And Haley did an amazing job of closing out the meet that way. So the combination of, of these two, I used to call, before this one was here, I used to call Kaya and Haley the two hammers. Maybe we got a new hammer. I don't know, but it's nice to have them both back to back in those spots.
Haley, what's been the key for the consistency starting the season 6 for 6 and the all-around, of course? What's been the key to help keep you so consistent throughout the season?
I think just going off of what I do every single day in the gym and just knowing that I've hit those routines so many times in the practice gym and just doing what I do every single day there in on the competition floor and just kind of doing it for my team. I want to do it for every single person out there. So I think that's been something I've really been keeping in the back, not back of my front of my mind. I want to do it for them, and I'm just so proud of them and just honored to contribute to the best team out here.
Write a quick story for online.
That's all right.
Aaliyah, if you would, yeah, I'm sure you've been asked already about your 10, but just did it feel like a 10? What did you think? I saw the pictures on LSU's Twitter account, and you looked a little surprised or taken aback. What were your thoughts at that moment?
I think before I went out there, I said earlier I really wanted to do it for this team, and so we like to try to be as normal as possible. Like Haley said, we do what we do every day inside of the gym, and I think that was probably the most normal that it's been so far. So I was really just pleasantly, not surprised, but really just thankful with how I did.
She put together the best meet all the way through that she's put together so far, and I don't mean to not. You guys didn't ask me this, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I've been telling you guys in the weekly press conference and that kind of thing is that she's growing into this role, and just as I said about some of the others, and I think we're seeing evidence of that. When you go out there and do all 4 events at the level she did them tonight, it was the best vault she's done. It was one of the best beam sets she's done, minus the little break, and of course the floor routine was phenomenal. I thought the bar routine was spectacular, minus a step on the dismount. But she knows when she steps backwards, they're going to hit her a little harder than when she steps forward. So we're working on that.
Jay, just real quick, I wanted to ask in regards to the fans again, the only program in the country that's had more than 12,000 fans at every home meet this season. What do you credit the unbelievable support of the fans in Greater Baton Rouge coming out week after week?
It's LSU. LSU is special. I keep going back to that. Our marketing team, we work hard together with our marketing team and our promotional team and event management to make the event as exciting as it is for the fans and fast-paced and moving. But really, you've seen it all week long in this town. You saw what happened Monday with women's basketball, and then I think I had another one that was a big crowd last night. And I was a little worried that the fans were going to be fatigued, and we came in here and did another 12,000 deal. So it's a great place to be. I'm gonna tell you right now, there shouldn't be a recruit in the country that doesn't want to come and compete in any sport at LSU. The fans are going to get behind you, and it's incredibly special. It's different than any other place. I've been a lot of places. I've been doing this a while, and this is a unique place for sure.
Thank you.